Tell me, where would I find Experiment 626?
Stitch is back!
Hey everyone, yes, it's not over yet. If you've been following my channel, you probably know I've gone all in on the live-action Lilo and Stitch remake. I've been rewatching it, I've been making lists of experiments I want to see in the sequel, and I might actually now be part of the problem. Oh no. But honestly, I don't care. I love Stitch, I love this world, and I'm so here for the live-action world they are creating. But, and it's a big but, we need to talk about something, because there's one major thing missing from the 2025 movie. Yes, I'm talking about our boy Gantu. Heck, we could call this video here the Gantu video. Yep, one of the biggest criticisms I've seen of Lilo and Stitch 2025, including in my own comment section, is that Gantu, Stitch's original galactic rival, is just nowhere to be seen. Not even a tease, not even a shadow, not even a single deep-voiced grunt. Nothing. And that really sucks, because when you remember him from the original movie or TV series, Gantu was a huge part of the franchise, if you'll pardon the pun, literally and figuratively. So why was he missing? Well, after a bit of digging I did, I think the most likely reason is actually pretty simple. The bleeding budget. I know it sucks. The live-action remake was originally meant for Disney+, and while it eventually got a theatrical release, it still had a pretty modest budget by Disney standards. Gantu would have been a full CGI character, massive, muscular, alien detail, and basically a walking effects nightmare. And when you're already pushing the Stitch model to look halfway cute and realistic, something had to give. And yeah, unfortunately, it was Gantu. But here's the thing, just because Gantu wasn't in the first movie doesn't mean he can't absolutely crush it in the sequel. I mean, the movie made a stupid amount of money, and although it might not make $1 billion, darn you How to Train Your Dragon. Let's be real, Lilo and Stitch 2 isn't just possible, it's basically inevitable at this point. But the $1 million question is, how the heck do you bring Gantu in without completely screwing up his character? Because I've been trawling through fan forums, Reddits, and even old-ass bloody theory posts, and this concern keeps coming up. One comment that really stuck with me said this: the very reason why Gantu worked for Dr. Hamsterville was because he was retired from the Galactic Federation. Removing Gantu from the first film, then having him in the second film working for Hamsterville would paint Gantu as an unnecessary villain and not someone just doing his job. Disney single-handedly ruined Gantu's arc because of his omission. Damn, they've kind of got a point. Because I get it, Gantu's not really evil, he's not a mustache-twirling villain. He was a high-ranking Galactic Armada captain doing his job. And yeah, he took that job a little bit too seriously, but he wasn't out there trying to blow up kids or whatever. Well, I guess he kind of was, but he had a reason for doing it. So if you bring him into Lilo and Stitch 2 and just slap a big villain sticker on him, yeah, that would be very, very lazy. And we know Disney is never lazy, right? What makes Gantu interesting is that he's layered. Dude's like an angry onion. He's got pride, shame, and maybe even a little bit of regret. So if they do bring him in, we've got to do it right. Gantu should be a threat, but he should also have depth. The classic I'm following orders energy mixed up with a hint of, but maybe those orders are kind of messed up. So how do we do it? Hey, you know our boys at Slurb have already cooked up a banging idea about how to bring Gantu into the sequel in a way that actually adds to the story. So let's play a little bit of their video where they break down their theory for Gantu's debut in Lilo and Stitch 2.
But for Stitch 2, you bring him in. You make him the main threat. You make him the headline addition for the sequel. Now, obviously, we'd need to tweak the canon a little bit to fit this version. I mean, instead of him working for the Galactic Federation, I'd have Gantu already disgraced. He's an ex-Federation officer who's turned into a space pirate slash bounty hunter. But how would he enter the story? Well, let's say he crosses paths with Jumba and learns about Experiment 626. He sees dollar signs and realizes he knows a buyer who would love to get their hands on something just like Stitch. I wonder who that buyer could be. At first, Jumba does think they're aligned, on the same mission, both trying to capture Stitch, but slowly it becomes clear that Gantu's motives are way more sinister. He wants Stitch for power, for profit, for galactic domination, and that's how you tie it back to Jumba's redemption arc. When Jumba finally realizes Gantu's true plan, he flips sides to protect Stitch and Lilo.
Okay, first off, shout out to the Slurp crew because that theory is a banger. That makes so much sense, especially if you tie it into the events of the first movie. Like, imagine this, the Galactic Federation cuts him off. Maybe they blame him for losing control of Stitch. Maybe he disobeyed one too many orders trying to stop 626. Either way, he's out, stripped of a rank, tossed aside, left, drifted. And now he's trying to claw his way back to power. He's not a villain twirling his little villain goatee. He's someone who's been broken, someone who's still living by a code, even if no one else believes he is anymore. If you go in this route, you leave the door open. Gantu doesn't have to stay a villain. He can actually become part of the Ohana. Like, imagine him having a moment at the end of the sequel where he spares Lilo and Stitch, or chooses not to take the bounty because deep down, he finally understands. Oh, this is the kind of redemption arc I'd eat up, and it would put him in line with the original Gantu from the animated series canon and so on and so forth. But if we're doing this, there's something we absolutely need to figure out. Who the hell would play Gantu? I mean, whoever steps into those rather gigantic whale-shaped feet, well, they need presence. Towering alien energy, commanding voice, layers of intensity and regret, and oh boy, I've been thinking about this one a lot. First up, and honestly maybe the smartest pick, would be Kevin Michael Richardson. This guy was Gantu in the original movie, the show, the sequels, the whole thing. And let's be real, if Disney's thinking about tightening the budget for the sequel, this is a no-brainer. You get the OG voice, the fan nostalgia, and probably save a few million compared to some other names that you would have to pay for that I'm gonna throw at you right now. And you know I had to say it. Idris Elba. Yeah, he's absolutely part of the Disney family at this point. Chief Bogo and Zootopia, Shere Khan in the Jungle Book. Hey, and let's not forget about Knuckles. I mean, this guy's doing more animated franchises than Lego at this point. Yeah, I get it. He might be a little bit overexposed, but that voice, oh yeah, so smooth, still powerful, still one of the best. He nailed Gantu. And finally, I know you're gonna laugh, but hear me out. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. I know, I don't want it either. But here's the thing. During the opening weekend of Lilo and Stitch 2025, The Rock posted about the movie on social media. And obviously everything he touches somehow he makes about himself. But when I saw that, I was like, oh no. Oh dear, The Rock wants in. He wants to be in the Lilo and Stitch movies. Because let's be honest, The Rock could do with some easy dubs right now. And the Lilo and Stitch sequel, well, that's about as low risk as it gets. And you just know if he ends up voicing Gantu, you know Disney's gonna pull the exact same move they did with Jumba and Pleatley. So Gantu would be in a human disguise, there's no doubt. Because there is 0% chance The Rock signs on for this role and you don't see his face. Like, no way, that is not happening. But yeah, honestly, no matter if it is The Rock or not, Gantu should 100% be in the sequel, and this is kind of the moment I want to step back and hear from you. Do you have a theory or a great way to introduce him into the sequel? Leave that down below, and hey, I might even make another video going over all your ideas for Gantu. And hey, if this is your first time here, or you've just been invited in with my Stitch Cinematic Universe spiral, then please hit that like button, because we are racing towards 100,000 subscribers, and that is my goal for the end of the year. I can almost taste it. Oh yes. But everybody, thank you for watching. I'm going to see you around very soon. Bye bye everyone. Oh, roll my music. Roll my music.
Yeah, yeah.